loud. Let me just lower this a bit. Because we do have the ear. Never mind. The headset for it, it's a bit wonky. So, got our arms together. My right one keeps going off for some reason. Like this one, I don't feel nothing. This one, I'm always getting, like, a vibration. Continue, like, am I pointing at something without knowing? I'm looking east. Yes, I want to go from our last save. And we are level 15. Perfect. So how's it going, everybody? I am the Zabin, Neo Zabin, here on Broadcast Zabin. We're going to continue from where we left off in Skyrim VR. Although I don't remember what part we kind of left off. I was going to go like, oh, Skyrim part 15 or something, you know. But we really didn't, like, I couldn't figure out what we were. So I've been like, you know what? It's been a while. We'll go ahead and we'll basically start, like, as a new thing. So... okay, so my arms are... oh, Jesus Christ. I'm already freaking out. No, I don't want to wait. And I put to wait. Okay, hold on. Stop that. How do you pause the game? No. No. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, that's jump. That's the voice. Is this turn? Okay, perfect. I got everything down. I want to put the straps on because I don't trust myself at all. And I'm hoping... I'm going to check on my phone right now. I just hope that the fan that I have on, because it's pretty hot, I ain't trying to strip down, but if I have to, I will. Because if the fan is too loud, I will turn it off for a bit, but I might need to turn it back on because it's hot. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to check the audio. Turn it off for a bit, but I might need to turn it back on because it's hot. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to check the audio. Turn it off for a bit. You heard me? You heard me. It's going to be a weird moment, so I'm going to let that play. Alright, good. It's not bad. I mean, you guys kind of hear it, but it's not like... for some reason, I'm really loud. I don't know if there's a way for me to adjust the levels of that. I'm going to look in the settings right now. I don't see... I see audio share, but I don't see... really anything else. So I'm sorry you guys are gonna have to deal with this. I mean, that scares me. It's either that, you, or the sky, which looks awesome. Okay, see, so it's lightning striking. Where do we go? This way. It's been a while since I played. That's floating, so that might be where we need to go. It's been a while since I played, and I remember this for some reason. The bow and arrow was, like, so... how would you say, like... not, I guess, OP. Oh, see, so, like, it's at an angle. I kept going like this, and I was like, why can't I select anything? So if I wanted to, I could, like, oh, here, here, here. Okay, so I'm trying to go to one of these to kill bone keepers. How do we get out? There we go. Okay, so left hand is menu, right hand is navigation. Easy. See, I love this. This feels so smooth. This, not gonna lie, felt way better than, what? It's taking my life. Like, something is taking my life, but it doesn't show what it is. Like, my life is going down. I don't know why it's up here, though. Somebody's messaging. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, people are trying to figure it out. Oh, we could talk about that first before moving on. This is an ancient bow. I don't think I have the healing spell yet, which will definitely come in handy, but... oh, no, 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 no. Wait, didn't I put X? Oh, X is to drop. Uses the... okay. Okay. Got it. Capiche. So... are they over there? Because the map doesn't really help. Wait, oh, wait, wait, wait. No, no, no. You do... map, and then you put... no? Oh, no, triangle. This one. Nope. This one. What's triangle? I thought triangle was... Yeah, triangle is this one. It says left. Oh, current location. Local map is X. Okay. I can't move it. Oh, there we go. So, I gotta go out here, I suppose. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. Clear my eye. There we go. I remember the Dawnbreaker. That's the reason why I have the weapon. Let's go this way. I mean, we kind of went this way. I think it's that one right there. The lightning's a bit bougie, but it's okay. My goodness. I'm using iron, or is this steel? I think this is steel arrows because of the red back part, which is supposed to like cut through the wind or something. Or no, like helps guide it. I forgot how it works. I'm surprised that we went into the DLC. I thought we would have went like main story first. But I do remember a lot of this. I just don't know why we started with this though. Where? Is it from this? Harvest, okay. It might be the thing where we're standing. But it sounded like an arrow. What is that? Uh-oh. Retrieve the skull? Too high. And I was just... Whoa. I was just kind of thinking to myself, like... Wow, okay. Take that. Because I was genuinely thinking, like, I remembered right now about this whole skull thing. Because I remember the guy was asking about his horse. And when I did this in regular, not VR, doing it on screen, I had... Oh, I think that's him right there. Doing it in screen... I don't know if these guys are good or not. Like... They seem fine. It's just these mist guys that are over here. My archery is gonna level up fast. I'm confused about it. I think, what? It says interrupts the soul drain effect and soul. Oh, so that thing where it was taking my soul. If I use it, okay. Wait. I'm a little curious. Magic, I think. Is it powers? Or... Yeah, okay, so I still have my wolf form. I thought the only way to get in here was to be a vampire. How did we find our way... How did we find our way out of it? Oh, we had to go in it. That was extremely... where's my arrows? What's going on? Oh, okay, we got our weapon. Okay. Realistically, this is real life. I'd be holding on to this and then looking over. Because I hate heights. Like, I would need a rail guard. Then I would, like, be happy looking over. But knowing this is a game, oh, man. Realistically, I wouldn't do that. I'd walk this, most likely. I'd try to, like, hide the fact that I don't want to fall. I hate heights. I genuinely do. Why is there a lot of people up here? And they're also looking up. This is why I remember using the bow. Exactly that. We'll take... Oh, I'll share. Okay, so X is to equip, and then the big buttons to do everything, kind of. Okay, so I didn't know this was a portal. I could swear you could jump in this game. This is the turn. This for some reason makes me go back. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's loud. Okay, so all that's left to do, before we do that though, Discover the location of the scroll. Find the scroll. Okay, see this one you get 2 of them. There's the blood and then there's the dragon, and then there was another one. So does that mean with this DLC there's a total of 3? I want to give that guy his skull, because I could have sworn. Oh, activate it. Show it. Of course I can't see it. What was I thinking? Okay. Wait. Oh, do I have miscellaneous as active? There we go. See? That's a bit better. The wire's like going down my back. That was a little uncomfortable. Because I could have sworn, again, like I said, in screen mode, I didn't give him his horse skull. Because I didn't know where it was, and it was just right there. Or I might have passed that up and never just grabbed it. If anybody does, I'll say this, I advise, if anybody wants to play this in VR, definitely do what I'm doing and put it where it's smooth turning and you walk like this. Because the teleporting part, it's cool and all.
Arvak! You saved him!
Yes, Arvak.
His soul is free, I can feel it! He's such a loyal beast. Here, I'll teach you how to call him to you. He'll help you get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace sunnier.
Yo, this is worth it!
Goodbye, hero. Take good care of Arvak for me. Such a good horse.
I'm gonna do this because my legs are burning. Why is my arm over there? Okay, so that's awesome. I didn't know that. So now we have like a horse forever. I'm gonna assume that's a spell. So magic. What would it be under? Not power. Conjuring. Ooh, excuse me. Yep, conjuring. Summon Arvik. It says summon in the Soul, Karin, or Temporal Wilderness to act as your steed. Well, I mean, we are in the Soul thing, but it says Temporal Wilderness. I don't think I have that much power. How do I... Oh. Yeah, see, not enough. So... I do want to test this out eventually. Where is that? Whoops. Alright, so we just got to go after the last one, and then I guess the... Because this is the one that we start off with. See, it's like right here. So I think... Okay, so I'm going to remember that. Just for some reason. I don't know why. Because when I came back, I remember doing it in screen mode. I was like, I still had that mission where you needed to get the skull, and then I was just completely just confused. Like, why can't I go back in? And it's either you're a vampire and you can get it done. That's probably why I didn't have my soul taken kind of the first time around, was because I was a vampire and I just didn't do any of that. So it'll be interesting, because I think if you play as a vampire or werewolf, you have to play it in third person, but since this is VR, it gives us the hands. So we will see. We will see. Because again, this game does offer you a choice of, do you want to be a vampire or werewolf? Because you can't be both, which is unfortunate. I forgot I had dash as my thing. Oh, right. Earlier I brought up the Game of Thrones thing. That's kind of why I was getting messages a second ago. That's because on the mobile game, Game of Thrones Conquest, it's crazy. People really want active players, but like, there's so much to this game that like, it's crazy. Because right now my people are like, oh, well, we don't want you to be the ruler, like the king, the ruler, or any of that. Like, we want this other guy to do it. And I was just thinking in my head, like, how the heck does this dude, you know? And I was talking with this other guy. Or rather, I didn't talk with him. Well, no, I showed my bro, because he plays with me. He's in the same alliance and all. I was just scared if I pick this up.
1,000 steps, and 1,000 more.
So was he climbing the mountain? What was going on there? I play with my bro, and then they were saying in the thing, like, oh, can you get on, can you get on? And I was just like, okay, I suppose. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. And, you know, they're over here like, oh, it's nothing personal, but we want you to no longer be, like, the tier 1. And in my mind, I'm like, it seems pretty personal to me, because, you know, like, I'm the one who... Okay, you know, I was like, it's pretty personal to me because I was the guy who started up everything, like, regardless to what someone might say. Dang. Because, you know, they want people who are going to be constantly active, but, like, I'm busy, you know what I'm saying? Like, did I hit it?
Get back to the prison.
Yep, okay. So what I'm gonna do really quick is take that thing for... Actually, it might be an ingredient. No, let's check foods. Yep, soul husk. Take it. Ooh, oh, wait. It's light armor. I wear heavy armor because it's better. So yeah, so they wanted this other guy to like be the leader of it all, but I'm like thinking in my head like, what? Why? Like what's this? And then they're just saying like, oh, you know, he's just more active, has more power, and I'm just like, dude spent money. But like, sure, you could say like the guy is active and whatnot, but like. They kind of like forced me. I'll take that. In a way to be the way that I am in the game. Like I constantly have to be in touch with other alliances because of how they're setting things up. So they have it where they're just kind of going out of their way, talking like with other groups, like, oh, it's different alliance, it's different alliance, and I'm just like, well, everybody's starting things, and like nobody thinks, oh, hey, we should get to, you know. So, it's definitely going to be to the point where I'm literally going to, because they're thinking about getting moving down, I'm saying, like, I'm going to say no, because, and they're complaining, like, they're saying that, well, at least some of them, from what I can tell, is just the amount of activity. What? You're not dead from that? Because, you know, I need to take time to understand, like, what is it that people want and what is best for everybody, because you can't just be like, you can't say, oh, well, we want all these alliances and yada yada, and then a little higher. You know, you can't say that like you want an alliance and everything, and then, you know, you go start one, and then me being the leader of the group has no way to really contact. Like, it's just, I would have to tell everybody, oh, you have to do something, and yada yada. A chicken egg, a heart, and a fragment? I could probably sell that. You know, so it was, I don't know, I don't want to say like dumb, but it's bad to like have everybody kind of do their thing, and you know, everybody loves working together and stuff, but it's just like, this might cause, it may or may not cause a split, because I know once the time comes and they say, okay, well, are you gonna stand? I'm gonna say no. Just straight up, I'm gonna say no. It's because, you know, I've done all this. Like, sure, I may not be making enough progress and stuff because, you know, I'm more of a free-to-play player. I'm you know, got stuff going on in my life. You know, and things happen, and I don't want to bring that up. Because sometimes people are like, oh, you know, they're okay with explaining, like, yeah, you know, I'm this and this. And kind of the way I grew up, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people from, you know, I'm going to just say the 2000s and before. Because we're kind of at that age now where more the social norm, I suppose, if that's what people want to say, is... you know, kind of being always constantly being supportive of your kid and letting them almost do whatever they want, and then it's just I had this talk again. I'm trying to get the audio going for it. And we talked about this, is what should like a child grow up with, and the convo kind of goes between the two, because I don't know if, because I said that in the convo that the LGBT community, you know, couples, they have kids, and the kids, you know, so young, are growing up to being like, yeah, I'm a girl and I'm a boy, and then I think at some point it kind of, you know, I think it got mixed because there's, you know, it's gay parents or something.
You managed
that,
to destroy.
yes, give me the scroll.
Keep watch for Durnevere. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
There you go. Okay, so yeah, so I'm just like, you know, like I was just questioning, like, how does someone who's LGBT raise a child like that? Because there's been, and it's kind of crazy to think that that was actually a thing, but there's been like this test. Well, I'm sorry, geez, I'm waving my arms around. That's how I talk. I'm like Italian, you know? Hey, for all I know, there probably is Italian in my blood, 'cause why do I do this all the time? This is clearly an arena.
I hear something.
Slay Dunavir? Uh-oh.
He's here. Defend yourselves.
Dunavir, I don't want to fight you, man.
Where'd you come?
And not only that, he has magic. Okay. I have 53 arrows. What? Oh my god. Did I press circle something? What's happening? I need to run back. Is this how... There we go. I need to make sure that, like, it's balanced. But, yeah, so in that we were talking about, like, where is the, oh my, like, separation of, like, do you raise, you know, if you're born a boy, do you raise him as a boy? If it's a girl, do you raise him as a girl? And I don't know, I feel like in that convo, it wasn't, I don't know, I still kind of refuse to, like, think, because I personally, it's just, if you're a boy, you should be raised a boy. If you're a girl, you should be raised a girl. That's what I think. And then I think that if you're older, then you can at least have the ability of choice, because you have, like, how would you say, like, you're more developed by then, because everybody asks the question, like, oh, well, how do you know you're gay? How do you know you're not gay? How do you know if you're a man? How do you know if you're not a woman? And I mean, well, I didn't think, like, none of that was from when I was a kid. Now, if you somehow are able to do that when you're a kid, you know, I guess credit and kudos to you, but I mean, how does anybody do that? Like, I said that typically when people think about these things, it's about at puberty, maybe a bit after that, just because, you know.
Forgive my astonishment. Volumes written on Durnevere allege that he can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken. Yes. The soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scaly hide.
Do I gotta kill the Dragon Lord?
Blow has minutes. Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll, and you can be on your way.
Yes, thank you. Let's go. It's right there. I know that's it. Oops.
What did you want?
Give it that. Retrieve the Elder Scroll. Thank
now
you.
Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way. If there's anything I can do...
How the heck did we get into this? I didn't even think of that.
Let me know.
Find the Elder Scroll. Blood.
So my daughter, like, don't worry. I think I can help you.
Oh, so I separated my soul from... Okay, good. I could use all that.
Your soul essence was trapped inside a gem. You simply need to retrieve
excuse me.
There's an offering altar not terribly
Retrieve the soul essence
Is there
gem.
anything else?
Okay, that's pretty cool. So, if you...
I have no choice.
What are you doing?
As I told you
if
before,
you use your soul instead of being a
return to
vampire, it's kind of
Tamriel,
like an extra mission.
that
Because I could have
increases
sworn when
Harkon's
you're a vampire, you
likelihood
just...
of bringing the tyranny
whoosh,
of the sun
you know?
I appreciate your concern for me, but Serana is all that I care about. Remember that Harkon is
So she
not
wants to
the
stay
control,
here? What a
and
weirdo.
promise me you'll keep my daughter safe.
Whooshing.
She's the
I mean,
one
she's
that
keeping
can
me
help.
safe, if we're gonna be completely honest. Oh my goodness. I don't want to fight you. Okay. Return to Tamriel. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just... Yeah, that's just my thing. I don't know how we got to that. Because we were going to be just talking about Game of Thrones. Like the game. I don't know. Oh, I mean, since we already brought it up. So, I'm going to finish up on that. So yeah, so in the Game of Thrones, you know, the game, we're trying to figure out who's who, what's what. Oh, hold on. Oh, wait, isn't this the dragon that we can summon and ride?
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin.
Thought you were dead.
Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life and death.
Why are you speaking?
I believe in civility among seasoned. My claws have rended the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle.
See what I mean? I feel like we have games like this, so this is kind of my idea. Is that like some stuff like this makes sense? Like, oh, you defeated me, whatever. You know, more than willing to join you. But then some parts, see, I don't understand what that noise is. Does that mean somebody's commented? Somebody did. I need to put up my comment thing. I don't know, Merrick. You're not even equal. I don't think you're equally worthy. Okay, I take that back. Maybe he is, because when you think about it,
born from the result of our battle, Quinarin.
I guess I'm gonna have to put second screen and then check up on it every once in a while.
Ask a favor of you.
Usually there's a thing that's right here that pops up when I'm in VR.
For countless years I've roamed the Soul Cairn in unintended service to the ideal masters. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. I desire to return there.
Alright. I'm just gonna skip most of this because I already know at this point.
I will place my name with you and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen, your ally.
Hell yeah. What's your name?
In your mind, perhaps. I don't require.
Give me your name already.
Quinarin.
Learn the first word of Dunavir's shout. Okay.
When you feel the time is right.
Wait, why do you keep calling me this?
You are the Dova King.
Word of power learn. There's the other one. Never
earned the right to bear this title.
Dying.
In my you are the Dova. There was a time when I called Tamriel my home. The Dova roamed the skies. I began to explore what the Dova call Elok Gillan, the ancient forbidden art that you call necromancy. The ideal master. In return, they had control of free.
Come on. Want to get out of here.
I hope that you will allow me the precious moments of time there through your call.
You really look like a zombie. I'm not gonna lie. Looking at you up close, you do look like... I wouldn't say zombie-like, other than those wings, but... Oh, no, I mean, your chest cavity's a bit exposed. I suppose you are a zombie dragon. I never thought of that. I just thought of him as a regular dragon. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. So we have a dragon now. Wait. This button. Magic. Shout. And I only have 2 shouts. I mean, curse, never dying. Shouldn't it be like the never dying curse? I don't know. I need 3 for that. So we'll just keep killing dragons. It's just wrong time to... Ooh, my smith's done. Okay, see, so I can't play Game of Thrones. Is it possible that we can use stuff from this game and put it into the Conquest game? So I don't know. I mean, I'd advise somebody to help me out. Is it best to go ahead and not step down, or step down and then stay in a group? I don't know. I'm still House Steel, and then that means if we follow this guy, then it's somebody else. There we go. Okay, so I set up my second screen, which I will check up every time I hear that little jingle. My system does make a sound every time there's a new comment. So very quickly, I do want to check the comment section. Just very quickly. I'm sorry. Oh boy. I'm on the wrong tab somehow. Come on. There we go. Is it mouth moving when it talks? Probably. I don't know. I mean, anything in this world, I suppose. Anything can happen. How do you get to the other side? Because this is where the dead is. So, I mean, you don't have to move your mouth. I don't know. I really don't genuinely know. I want to be able to, like, move this way. Oh, I can. I just need to put my arm out more. How do you get in there? For everything else. Wait. Ah, I see it right there. I just realized I may not be able to hit it from here. Hold on. This is, not gonna lie, this is actually my first time realizing you can do that. So, it's not from these angles. It has to be from here. That's interesting. I really love this. I don't know if I'm hitting it. Is it open? It is. Awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that these were things that you could hit until recently. But it seems to me like there's no point of this. Like, why do that when there's like no chest or anything? What a waste. I mean, is there like a puzzle I don't know about? Doing this in VR is pretty sick. In my opinion, might be better than playing it on screen mode. Because it's all efficient. I could just go wham. Typically, I notice when I shoot, I like turn to the side a bit. Because this is straight, and I'm always like this. And then I don't know, it's weird. Well, let's keep moving. Let's see. Do I have anything with this guy? Just by any chance? Like, he just comes out like, hey, did you get my thing?
Want my advice? Never.
He's moving his mouth, if you wanted to know that.
They don't take it very
Let's see. I think those are the stairs that I need to take to get out of here. Oh, wait, no. I can't go straight there. It said I had to obtain something first. Like almost at a soul stone. Is it a soul stone? Where's soul stone from? Because they call it soul gems in here. Where's soul stone? I don't know. Is it that? There's no way. I feel like if I go, it's gonna be like, oh, you should do this, and then I just so happens to already have it. You anything? Of course not. Wisp. Is that a deer? Oh, it's a guy with a sword.
1,000 steps and 1,000
Oh.
more.
That's really sick. I like that. The dagger of drain. Is that the one that drained? What does it mean by draining? You go there. I'll take the soul gem, and what is this? Turn pages. Okay. Remember, in the end, 76 cliff racers were slaughtered. I was knee-deep in their corpses, and my body on the verge of collapsing, but I had survived. I smiled to the heavens, and all went black. When I woke, all I felt was my back on a cold stone floor. Every muscle in my body was on fire, and my vision was blurred. Slowly, I tried to climb to my feet. I took several... Antagonizing what? Like... I'm pressing the trigger button. Guess we're gonna take it. Don't know what he felt, but let's go. Really, just came in that for... I mean, if you're... Can't take that. If you're somebody who likes doing the magic on weapons or just magic in general, those are going to come in handy. A bow like this... No, not this one. The Nightingale one, I think that's probably the best bow in the game, in my opinion. I mean, maybe there is one that I don't know about. I'm going to pass that just to see, because I don't see the marker. This might be... Well, but then again, it has the little door, so it couldn't be implying that we need to go straight home. Yep. Okay, there are the stairs. This is trippy. I mean, I wish that we had... I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I wish we were in a world like this. Because this, everything seems so much more simple. Not gonna lie. There we go. Because imagine living in a world of Skyrim. There's like no dragons. Then one day somebody's a dragonborn. He saves the world, or she. And after they save the world, it's like things just kind of go back to normal, right? You have the bandits, the witches, and you know, nowadays it's just hearing things about like witches and vampires. It's just like, oh, those are dumb. But some people do have that. Like I don't know about werewolf. Oh, I got a trophy though. Who did I hit my partner? I keep asking who. Oh, look at it. The shadow. Hey, that's pretty cool. So what do we do now?
Oh, what is it? Dexian said something about that scroll. What was it? Something to do with dragons, I think. Maybe we should try asking at the College of Winterhold. Sounds like something they'd know about.
Alright, we're going to the college. That looked like it moved. Because this one just says discover the dragon scroll, right? So... Is I supposed to do this? Oh boy. Can I go back? Is it too late? Hold on. Go back. Okay, I can go back because I still don't have my soul. So that means once I do... Whoops, I keep pressing the wrong stuff. So that means once I do that, I'll get my soul back. But what does that imply? Like, just by having my soul, I know I can't come back, but like, what else does that do? Excuse me. Alright, what I'm gonna do, because it doesn't seem like any other mission. Okay, that was weird. Wait, what? First lessons? It's like the first thing you do, no? How did I leave that? Okay, not only do I want to... stop that. It's hard navigating. It's pretty sensitive. I want to investigate the ruins as well. So we're going to do... Stop getting in the way. So we're going to get our soul back, so that way I don't have to come back here anymore. And, see, so that's kind of cool. I mean, I just love the whole fantasy thing. Like, I've always, like, pictured, like, not, like, let's think, you know, modern day, but with Pokemon, you know, with the new Detective Pikachu movie out. If anybody wants to go watch it, I'd say watch it. It's pretty good. You know, to me, in my opinion, I feel like that's the trailer doesn't do it justice. You know, the trailer itself, shows, like, one part, but definitely, let's try seeing what's in there. Or no, maybe it goes like that. The trailer, I think, doesn't do it justice, because, like, it's like, oh, it's Pikachu and the snag, yada yada, let's go watch it. But then you, like, watch the movie, and you're just like, oh, this is actually really good. You know what I mean? Like, from the trailers, in my opinion, I don't know. Like, I don't know if... I think it was just one of those movies where I was like, oh, if it comes out...
Where'd you come from?
For a rental, I'd be missing all those shots. But yeah, like, I saw it as like, oh, if it comes out as a rental on, like, Redbox, which I could pay, like, $1 a day. Actually, it might be $2 now. But, you know, like, that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, yeah, I mean, if it comes out on that, I mean, I'd just go ahead and I'll watch it on that. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't really going to waste money to go see it in a theater. But then my bro was just like, oh, we should, you know, he's like, I want to go see it now, and yada yada. And I was like, oh cool. And then we just had a day where we went to go do it. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. And again, like I was just thinking in my head, like it would be so dope if I could live in that world. Like I was just thinking a lot of fantasy. And honestly, fantasy is a nice way to get away from reality. But it was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know what you would do, but other than like make your pets maybe look like a specific animal, but it was just really cool. And I was just thinking in my head, like, what Pokemon would I have as like what would be my Pokemon for that world if I were to be there? And it was really hard because I myself do feel like I would have to be somewhat like a Pokemon trainer. Like I couldn't just have one. I would need a lot. Because I do have a lot of favorites. Like, I could see, you know, like, some of the bird Pokemon. Jesus. I do like some of the bird Pokemon. I think they look cool. And then in the movie, they make them look like, what is it? It's either they look adorable or they look awesome. It's like, you know, that's what it looks like to me in the film. Like, Pikachu, that's like, looks like adorable. And then you see, like, I don't know, like a Pidgeotto or something. And you're just like, dang, that's cool. Like, look at that. And Bulbasaur, adorable. And then, like, I'm pretty sure if it were to evolve into Ivysaur and then Venusaur, it would look awesome. And they actually did use one of my favorite Pokemon in the film, which is,
Done and done.
I mean, Squirtle too, I suppose. I mean, you know, the starters for the, oh, we need to use something for this. You know, like the starter Pokemon for the Kanto region was at the very first. But not Turtwig, because isn't that like the first evolution? Well, Torterra? I don't know what the last evolution is, but that was my favorite Pokemon. When I played,
Where'd you put that?
what was it, Diamond and Pearl? I played Diamond. Ooh, this is actually better. I'll take that. Oh, take it. Okay, what armor am I wearing? Wrong button again. Items, let's see really quick. Apparel. I'm wearing boots? Drop. Where is the boot? Oh, it's it. And I'm still in the range. Okay, equip. Now I have more stamina. How the heck? Where am I supposed to go? But, see, because this is... like, I'm locked in, basically, right? And what I need's up there. So how do I get up? And then see, like, you can see a bowman on the other side. Wish I did more damage. Maybe there's another way up. This to me looks a lot like a maze. And I don't remember if we went this way. It's locked. Nice. I feel like I was skilled with that when it was just luck. Pretty cool. I guess another interesting about the movie was that my predictions, because I mean, typically when you watch or go into like a Pokedex and then you see like how big some Pokemon are, like it just surprised me to see like some that I liked or I thought were really cool or something or cute were a lot smaller than I would have thought. But I mean, I could have probably predicted that. I mean, sometimes I will do the math. I don't know if they use feet and inches in the game, but there's got to be a way up there. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, this is my favorite Pokemon, and I'll look and I'm like, oh, it's only this big. Okay, you know, at least I'll be bigger than that. Like Growlithe, like it's clearly this small Pokemon, but then when it evolves, it's like 6 foot tall or something like that, and I'm just like, Jesus. And I'm surprised that they didn't, you know, animate like Arcanine. There you go. It took me a second to remember the name. I think that's what it's called, right? Arcanine. I'm surprised that they didn't have that. Like, they didn't put a lot of evolved Pokemon. Like, for the most part, it was just Pokemon in their first evolution, their first state. And I didn't really have too much of a problem with it. I just personally would have liked to see more Pokemon. Like, for example, Turtwig, again, being like the first evolution. They only had the last form of that, and I wanted to see the first, Turtwig, or maybe even the second form, because they're a lot smaller, and I guess that's kind of what I wanted, a bit more like cuter ones. I would have wished, because for the most part in these Pokemon movies, not Turtwig, what am I thinking? Mewtwo is like, the main legendary Pokemon in the game, in the movies, and I would have liked to seen Articuno, Dialga, Zapdos, maybe the original birds, the original legendary birds, or one of the other Pokemon. Like Dialga, if I remember, he's the one that's on all fours and is the cover of Diamond, and then Pearl is Palkia, something like that. And Dialga is a dragon that's able to, if anything, control. Oh, there it is. That's able to like control and manipulate. Jesus, it's loud. Time. There we go. So I don't know. Like, I think it would have been cool. Like, oh, maybe we use a legendary Pokemon for this. There we go. I got the soul. Realizing that I'm being hurt and not taking the tusk. What is this? Oh, this is the other page. It says minutes. So I'm really reading this out of order. But I finally managed to do it. As my eyes adjusted to the dim light of my new surroundings, I realized that I was standing before Lord... My nose is itchy, I'm sorry. The VR doesn't do me justice. Vivek himself. I don't know that's how you say it. He was simply staring at me, floating above his throne and staring at me with the piercing eyes. When I began to prostrate myself, or prostrate? I didn't see that R. Myself as a sign of respect, he held up one of his hands as if to say it was not necessary. Was I dead? Was Lord Vivek pleased with me? Was he? I'll take that. I'll take that. Was that it? Was that the mission? What am I doing now? Investigate the ruins. What was the point of grabbing the thing? I should have read the description, no? Because oh no, these don't have descriptions. Okay, well, fall. A little bit nauseous, not that much though. Alright. Since we're running basically straight, I'm gonna take a little glance at our second screen comments here. I'm 15 minutes late. Yes, I think there is a setting to allow comments on the screen, although I'm not sure if in VR it allows it. I mean, I'll check it one more time. Let's see. Well, I mean, it says display messages, but I can't guarantee anything. I mean, if you want to go ahead and try it out. I mean, usually it would just say something. Or maybe she'll read it. The PlayStation often does read messages if I can't, do it myself. Or did I turn that off? I might have turned off text-to-speech because I like using that when I'm playing. Oh, this is a wall. I thought we could run through it. I like text-to-speech, especially for VR, because I'm able to know what you say without having to open. Get up there. There you go. Without having to open up a second screen or look down at my second screen. How do I get out of here again? Because I can see it's there. It would have been whoosh, straight, but I guess we got to go around. See, this is typically when I go to look at at the comment sections. These segments where like nothing just happens, we just wandering around aimlessly almost. I'll run though. All I could think about is the Sonic movie, man. Because the thing is, I don't know if you knew this, but the reason why the Pikachu movie looked way better in comparison to the Sonic movie is because you had a fan. Because the way I read is that a fan was noticed because he was making this art on the internet, and when they decided, oh, we should make a live-action movie. They went to the artist for it. So the artist who created those like real-looking Pokemon, he ended up, or she, I don't remember who the artist was, to be completely honest. Like, I just read through the thing pretty fast. They came to the artist about it, and the artist was the one who helped to design and create the live-action Pokemon movie. So you had a fan basically tell like a studio like, hey, you know, the Pokemon should be like this and this is, and you guys go ahead and work with the stuff that you have. Then for the Sega company to go ahead and create a movie, which I have some hype for because I love Sonic. I'm a Sonic fan. The thing with Sonic is, from what I can tell, it doesn't seem like it actually is a fan who created this live-action Sonic and, you know, people loved it, that they created it. Now, it seems to me more like it was a thing that Sega saw the Pokemon company doing and were like, hey, well, I mean, why don't we do that? And, you know, I'm not going to lie, Sega did good when it came to, like, Sonic X and some of the... I wouldn't know about Sonic Boom. I haven't seen the show, but I've heard that it was pretty good for about 3 seasons or so. But I think if it were to... If the Sonic movie were created by a fan and then Sega was on board and then they ended up working together, obviously everybody would like the way that Sonic looked. Because the Sonic that we have, his body's very human-like. Like, I could compare myself... Jeez, move. Excuse me. You know, I could compare, like, my body to Sonic. You know, what is it? Sonic had, like, human teeth or something like that. And, you know, it's just its own thing, I suppose. A lot of people were complaining about it, but there was one person, I guess a fan... Well, it was a fan. I'm not guessing it. There was one fan who... worked, like, did a Photoshop of how Sonic should look, and definitely it was a lot better in comparison. They just, you know, they made the feet and hands a bit bigger. They took the scene where, you know, Sonic is gonna get shot by all those missiles, and they just edit that. Now, my bro did argue with me that, you know, a company is, when Sega said, oh yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll change it, apparently they're not gonna change a lot of things because it requires too much money. But the thing is, if they don't do it, they will lose even more money. So it's just, I mean, you know, it's the choice of like, okay, well, do we satisfy? Oh, that's an expert. The question at that point on like Sega's behalf is, okay, well, if I'm going to have a movie and the fans hate the way that, you know, the main character looks, what do I do in order to make it appealing and make people want to come? Because that's the whole point of movies. Not only are you're entertaining people, you want people to love the character, and what does that do? People are going to start loving Sonic, right? You know, I'm pretty sure that that a lot of the kids, after watching Detective Pikachu, they're gonna want to go buy like a Pokemon game or Pokemon cards and Pokemon toys. So what does that mean? The Pokemon company is gonna therefore get more money, because that's kind of the whole point, is you want your movie, and you do this for everything. Batman vs Superman, Justice League, the Power Rangers, you know, like, who would have thought that Power Rangers would have had a movie like that, you know? All the other Power Ranger movies that I've seen were like casts from the TV show making a movie, and then they went on after that, maybe make a couple more episodes, but they'll make like a Power Ranger movie that was like maybe straight to VHS, and I don't know if anybody remembers that, but you'd buy it. Like, that's the whole, really, if you think about it, like, if you want to put more time into thinking about why they would make a Sonic movie, because people were asking like, oh, who asked for this? someone like me. Because literally, like, if I hear there's a Sonic movie, I'm gonna want to watch it. I wanted to see Detective Pikachu. Because I'm a big fan of all that stuff. So it makes sense, you know. It's kind of the reason why, let's say, like, the Avengers, for example. The Avengers were made by... I think they might have worked on more, but the Russo brothers, you know, they worked together to go ahead and talk about, like, all these, you know, different things, look at comic books, make the suit look good, put so much time into it in detail. Why? Because it's going to appeal to fans and people who are new to, you know, let's say the Marvel superheroes, and because it's so darn entertaining and true to the comics, because it's a new story that takes a lot of segments from comic books. Like the Civil War, no main character died, but if you were to read the comics, you know that, like, some characters do die in the Civil War, and one of the big ones was Captain America. And then I actually have the comic. I forgot what they call it. It's been a while since I read it. It leads up to this whole thing where Captain America is dead, and then he gets brought back to life, and then it's just, like, there's just so much to it. And in movie, they didn't do that. Instead, they made a lot of things different. And it's interesting to see that the timeline that was presented in the movie was pretty different from a lot of other movies. You know, for example, let's show that on the map. Ooh, that's pretty far. I haven't even gone to these places. See? Here, we could go to Markarth and then work our way through the river to the cave and then up to the ruins. I think that would be best. Of course, there's a bunch of other stuff, but we'll get to them eventually. So yeah, I mean, that's like what it is. And then not only is it that, like, you know, that was like the series that kept making money and money and money. Why? Because you love Iron Man and Captain America and then Spider-Man getting movies, and then it leads up to this whole thing. And then now I think that the Russo brothers said that they're done making Avenger movies. The question is, like, who therefore does the next few movies for Marvel? And people are predicting that there's going to be a secret Avengers film that's coming out where it's going to be obviously the... Oh, it's a dog. For a second, I thought that was like a saber tooth. Some people are predicting, like, oh, well, now that, you know, we have all these new characters like Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, and you know, who else was it? The Guardians of the Galaxy and the Captain Marvel, and, well, I'll say this: the Guardians of the Galaxy is only going to have a third film, and that's going to be it because of how things went down for the director. What is this?
You, Pop? The Forsworn have taken Kolskager Mine. We're the only ones left.
Pablo and I had to fight our way.
Kolskager Mine is lost, friend. Was. Hopefully Skaggy will send word to the Jarl, and something will be done. I'd be grateful, but I wouldn't go there if I were you. There's a whole group of them with axes and magic on their side. Skaggy is in charge, not me.
Okay, I'll just clear it out. I mean, it shouldn't be that far, right? But yeah, so I mean, again, so and the thing with Sonic, like, let's take part. Let's say the games, right? The Sonic games. Everybody was hating on Sonic games. Everybody was saying that there's no good Sonic game. And personally, I think the original Sonic games are good. And I think, we'll eat it, why not? Restore stamina. Okay. I think the original Sonic games are good. In my opinion, those are pretty good games, right? I like Sonic being kind of that side-scroller, fast-paced kind of thing. And when you see a lot of the newer Sonic games, they try to implement that because the Sonic in... What started that trend? I want to say Sonic Unleashed, the one where it came out on Xbox and PlayStation. And I ended up having that on my PS2. Sonic Unleashed, you know, doing that whole thing where it's like, oh boy. Sonic is gonna run underneath him. I can't get out. Okay. You know, they wanted Sonic to run like a specific way. They want it to be where it's like, oh, well, look, he's more fast-paced and things like that. I'm not going to be able to carry any of that. Jesus. How far are we on the map? Because we're right here. Maybe we should go to the cave first. Then I'll teleport back to... Where are we? To here, Riverwood.
It's so bright out here.
Because I think that's where I have my stuff set up. Not guaranteeing anything. But if I need to put stuff away, that's where I'm going to put it. Let's keep going. Right, let's keep it going. So, yeah, so if you want to be completely honest with why, you know, again, just the Sonic, like, the games, again, I think that all the way from, well, maybe not all of them, because I haven't played exactly all of them, you know, Sonic was a pinball game at some point. Sonic did 3D, which was, a bit of a big step for Sonic, you know, Sonic 3D. And then the first game, I think my first ever Sonic game that I played was Sonic Adventure 1 back on the Dreamcast, because for some reason we had the Dreamcast and we had Sonic on there. And yet when I go to, you know, I look at all my old stuff and I'm just like, where did the Sonic game go? Because I swear I have such a good memory of, you know, being this little kid that played the Sega Dreamcast. And then I was playing that, I believe that's like the first ever mission in the game where you're running and then you have that whale there to help you get across. Like, I swear I remember that so fondly. Of course, they do the same thing in other Sonic games as well. Like, I remember in Sonic Adventure 2, which is by far my favorite game of the Sonic series. In Sonic Adventure 2, they do the same thing, except it's like this is why I remember playing Sonic Adventure 1 on Dreamcast. It's because on that one, I don't think you bounce off of it. Because I know in the end of that, you go on a rocket and then you like fly and it's this whole thing.
Hide, the Vigil of Stendar will cast them into the light.
I don't remember these two.
You speak to a Vigilant of Stendar. Cavort with any Daedra
You
and
hunt
any other
Daedra?
abominations that But Daedra are the worst. Their callous disregard
Well, at
for
least
our
they don't know
lives
I'm a
is
werewolf.
abhorrent in the- He is the god of mercy. We bring his compassion where none can be found. Yes, we're quartered in the Hall of the
What are you
Vigilant.
doing?
Keeper Carcette heads Skyrim's branch of our order there, providing
She looks like
healing.
she's gonna
The
stab
mercy
him in the
Stendar
back.
does not extend to Daedra worship. The Vigil will be watching.
Okay, so I'm assuming like if I was werewolf or something, they would have came after me, but we're pretty good. We discovered a spot, right? We discovered that one. So let's go to Riverwood really quick. See if we can... Wait, what? Enemies nearby. Them? Let's put our weapons away. Hey, look at me. I mean, it's pretty accurate, because, like, my thumb is kind of like that, like the way I'm holding. And if I were to point, I guess it would be like that. I mean, it's pretty accurate, I suppose. Most games, it would be the other way around, where, like, my thumb would, like, I don't know. Like, if I do this, my hand would be like that. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. Oh, my nose. Oh, man. Sonic Adventure. Like, not gonna lie, Sonic Adventure...
Where'd
like,
you come from?
what? Oh! Whoops. No, stop.
That'll teach you.
Alright, she just got it for me. Okay, let's see if we can fast travel now that we did that. But like, I feel like people do have to admit at some point, remove it. Fast travel. That Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 basically are like some of the best games for Sonic because excuse me, because they set up like what a Sonic game is in terms of 3D. Sonic Unleashed and games after that set up what a Sonic game should be in terms of like a modern Sonic, but Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 set up like a story for everything. It's like what is it did? It did this thing where Sonic is like in this real world where it's no longer just, what the heck, the body of this cultist is still here? I could probably sell this stuff, if we're being honest. What level are we in smithing? Have I never done that? Hold on, let's see where skills. My sneak is horrible. Archery is like 63. There it is, 41. That's not that bad, though. Can't we do anything? And then... I need arrows. So this would be perfect for me, actually. What does Dwarven need? Because I know some of these you have to mix with, like, other elements. Here we go. So, like, this one, it just says Dwarven Metal. And then I'm pretty sure Elven might say Elven Metal. Yes. Oh, Refined Moonstone. And then building materials. Eventually, we're going to need hinges, fittings, locks, and nails. At some point. Bone mold. This is that DLC stuff, see, because you need leather, iron, and then we have bone meal. I forgot what the helmet looks like. Oh, I don't think this one has one. Oh, no, yeah, it does. There's an island where they wear that. This is when we go after the guy. And then Chitin. Is that how you say it? Chitin? Chitin? Chitin. I don't know. They have this, and it looks interesting to me. We'll see. What's in miscellaneous? Shellbug helmet. I wish there was more armor of Shellbug, to be honest. Amethyst and silver. I can make a ring that's at 180. Or I can make this that's at 360. I mean 360, 380. Don't know my numbers. Yeah, went up in smithing. Let's buy some, not buy, let's sell some stuff. But yeah, pretty crazy, man. I mean, put that away.
It means so much to us.
Thank
to
you,
have
so.
where it
Take a
belongs.
look.
Like, I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think about, like, what is it called? Just the Sonic movie. I mean, oh, that's why you had that. Well, I'll look for one that's maybe better. Wait, what? Oh, it can be improved. Nah. That's like if you want to make, I made 3 of those. And you're going to tell me you don't want it? Well, fine. I'm going to go to the big city and I'll sell it there. Actually, I just need to upgrade my bartering. Which you get by selling and buying stuff. I think I'm mostly selling. Which these cultists do have clothing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I mean, again, take all that. I'm hoping that they do change Sonic into that one that was really popularized with, again, like the arms and the legs were thinned. I don't know why my thing is telling me to sign back in when I don't have to.
It's a fine day
You
with
and me.
around.
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
I just think it's gonna be a good movie. Again, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like I genuinely think, like, once the movie's out, I just know that I'm gonna like it. Just saying. It's gonna be like, it's a fact. Like, everybody's gonna be like, oh, I thought it was okay or whatever. I'm like, it's a good movie, I like it. Why? Because I'm a Sonic fan. And ooh, you don't have enough gold. I'm sure I have something in, like, potions that I never use, like this one. You have 3 gold. I'll sell 1.
Till next time.
But yeah, so, like, sometimes it shows, because I got Sonic Generations, Sonic Adventure 1. I love playing Sonic Adventure 2. But again, I do want to bring the point that, like, Sonic Adventure 2 and 1, that I feel like definitely 2, it set up this whole thing for, like, people to do. Now, I guess people were complaining, like, oh, the Chow Garden sucks. But, like, just imagine, I'm just saying, just imagine, we get another Sonic Adventure 2, right?
What? Something you're still confused about?
You know, this other Sonic game with good story, cool new characters, right? Because Sonic Adventure 2 introduced us to Shadow the Hedgehog, and now Shadow is everywhere, if anything. I'm gonna store it because you weigh you weigh me down. We'll put some of these away. I'm gonna put away my gold. Should I? No, that's gonna go in a different area. Like, oh, this is here and this is there. Because that's a mission item. This is all like soul stuff. How am I like that? I just stored it. I'm gonna store that. Oh, no. Take. I was gonna put eat. What's a good spot? I don't think there's another spot. Wait. I can't get the gold. There we go. I wish there was like a pouch or a box somewhere. Not this one, but I'll put it in. So I don't know. What do you guys think is the best Sonic game? Again, I really love Sonic Adventure 2. Best game. It really showed, like, in my view, my eyes, how a Sonic game should be.
What?
I don't
Something
remember
you're still
you
confused
being...
about?
Who's this contact of yours?
Don't worry about Malborn. He's a wood elf. Luckily, they don't know who he really is, or he wouldn't be serving drinks at the ambassador's parties. Let me handle that. That's when the fun. Then you'll need to find Elenwen's office and search. Sounds good. Be careful.
Okay, so we were doing a mission for them, and I never finished it. But yeah, so definitely like just Sonic. I don't know. I love Sonic. Like, what can I say?
Fuzzy.
Wait, what the heck? Okay, I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, I know about leveling up. Since our magic is almost there, I'm gonna put it in magic. And I don't think I can level up anything important. Like, for example, I only use the bow, smithing, heavy armor, maybe. It says if everything is, yeah. This one's if you go BAM! And half damage from falling if wearing heavy armor. I love that just by pressing a button I can switch between them. Oh, I passed up archery. But the thing is, I have to like do this. And I wasted my point on this, which is recover twice as many arrows from dead bodies. What's this? Arrows stagger all but the largest opponents 50% of the time. Wasn't there one? I want to go back. Like, oh, back. I was pressing the wrong button. I have critical shot. Here we go, Eagle Eye. It says by pressing block or trigger on your offhand motion controller while aiming, it activates. Okay.
What's wrong with
you?
Need a room? Talk to Delphine.
Oh! So if I hold... It slows things down. I could be like, bam! Okay. Okay. Where am I going? To Grandma's house. So Kilmick is there. And then exploring the spot was there. So we'll go to that one instead. So yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think, because Sonic Adventure 1, right? You had Sonic, Knuckles, Tails. Or did you have Knuckles in that one? I think you did. Yeah. And the hub world was very confusing. It was very confusing. So, just cleaning the lens on this. Hold on. So, navigating the hub world in that was so hard to... Oh, Jesus. I gotta stop doing that. It was so hard to navigate everything because you really didn't know where to go. And that's kind of the adventure, I suppose, in the first one. It's just like, oh, you have to explore and figure out these little puzzles that help you get upgrades. Like, for example, I think you needed to get into the sewer, and in the sewer is where you would get, like, the what was it called? Like, those shoes? Well, it might have been, like, a bracelet or something in that game. But in Sonic Adventure 2, it'd be shoes, and the shoes would help you do that. And it's pretty awesome because if you actually play and you get the upgrades for a character, right? So, for example, let's say you played Sonic, you play the hero side, you play with Sonic, and then you get all the upgrades.
Then you've seen them too. We lost our hope. That's okay. We'll find a way to get by.
So this is a farmer, and this is the farmer's wife?
No. I was too... That's okay. We'll find a way to get by.
Okay.
Safe travels.
Because then, this is what I'm just saying. Because typically, if Sonic didn't go into 3, it still would be side scroller. Sonic Boom try to be different. It put it where it's just too obvious. Like, it's kind of that thing where characters now are being too much of like a child thing. So, for example, with Mario, they made a lot of the Mario Kart games easier. But, like, some of the challenge does come from...
Where'd you come from?
Like, the speed of it, I suppose. Because you can play Mario... I would take your help, but not today. You could play a Mario game, like a Mario Kart. And there was a guy that I watch on YouTube, and he said himself, and this is kind of why I'm like, I never really thought of it like that. I definitely would have to agree. Is that some of the older Mario games, like NES, heck, even Wii,
Another cave.
You've come.
Spent enough time
The
on
Draugr
myself.
infesting the nearest sanctuary are inside.
Right behind you.
I was hoping you would say that.
Rocks and valley, crevices and hiding places.
I don't even
This is the kind of
remember
place where hermits and
having to help
fanatics
you, but
dwell.
okay. But yeah, so I mean, like, Mario Kart, it's so easy at this point, regardless of like what the maps look and the new items. It's so much easier, and with the new Mario Kart game, they do have it where you can, it's so much better when you have the crosshair. Love that. But even that's what he was saying, like, even, and not like, I don't know if I want to say like as an experiment, but he was saying that, you know, letting his young daughter play Mario Kart, like the new one for the Nintendo Switch, compared to like playing on the NES, is that it's easier for them to understand like how the game works and still have fun. And things like that, while as opposed to a game like a lot, you know, it was a lot more challenging. So even I would say Mario overall, I mean, there is some games of Mario that is challenging, but like there's some aspects to it that, like, I guess they understand a bit that Mario is a bit for both fans, because Mario was just a simple thing. Was this simple thing where it's just like, okay, you're this character, you go from left to the right, you jump, you get stars that make you invincible, and then you get flowers that make you shoot fire. It was just simple stuff. But Mario, definitely, I would say Nintendo overall, it has this thing where they are focused more on like kids, and that's kind of why whenever somebody's like, oh yeah, I want to get the new Nintendo, that's why people would typically be like, oh well, you know, that's like, you know, like a kid's console. You need a big boy console like PlayStation and Xbox. And don't get me wrong, I mean, it's pretty much true, because when you think about it, Nintendo games have always been these like colorful, easy, happy little games where,
Where'd you come from?
where, you know, like a kid is able to go ahead and pick it up and play. And, you know, that's, I'm not saying that's a bad, like, target demographic, but I'm saying, like, for the most part, that's what Nintendo was. It was just, you know, this kid game console, and then bada boom. But now they are focusing a lot more on other things, like, for example, you know, Smash Brothers, I feel like was kind of that thing that was a bit more. But, I mean, Nintendo overall, did accept, like, other games, right? You know, Metal Gear Solid, excuse me, that wasn't always, like, that's not really, like, a kid game, if you're gonna be realistic. Like, that's what an adult would play because of, just because of how it works, and it is, and it's just this whole thing, I suppose. I hate when this happens. I'm gonna shut it down. Blah, 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 blah. I don't see this person's name on anything. See, I remember this because they're supposed to take it and be like, "Oh, you're the one that I'm looking for." Yada yada. Where's my partner? Did you kill her? It's funny to think that these werewolf people, are just like those other ones, those people that we met earlier that said like, "Oh, it's the God of Mercy." Disarmed. Well, this is a sword designed to go after them. Complete the drug. Speak to Yola. I remember this. This is the Daedric that gives you a ring.
You've done it. The shrine is ours again. Now we need to prepare a grand feast to welcome you to Namira's coven. You will have the honor of bringing a fresh kill for the main course.
Wait.
And I know the perfect person.
Oh, you're not the werewolf then. I thought you was. Who is it?
A priest filled with the taste of an easy life. Brother Verilus from Marco. Give him this gold. Tell him you need... And when he stands in Namira's presence, she will take care of the rest.
Okay. I thought this was... Maybe it is. I don't know. But no, because you see it has the wings. So this is like a vampire Daedric thing. But I remember, like, you would... That would happen, right? They die, and then you would get a ring that would let you be a cannibal, basically, and you would heal every time you ate.
Bring Verilus here. The Lady of Tequila will do the rest.
So pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. About to shut it down. What does that say? Oh, snap. Did it actually show up? Oh, it did. Look, comment section's actually working. What's up? Ba-da-ba-da-ba. All I can do is sing and dance for some reason. What is this? Whoa, wait, I just realized that's a shortcut. So all we need to do is get the guy, be like, "Hey, come on, man, we love you." Oh, crap, because I got disarmed, I gotta put it back. Ugh. Wait, There we go. Am I the only one that likes, Danny Gonzalez funny music? I feel like I am. His music's, I don't know why. They bump. They're good. But they're like comedy songs. I think I'm going the wrong way. No, this is the right way. I remember the stairs. I thought I was going the wrong way. Everything felt like it was wrong. Let's see, I'm gonna check what time it is right now. That my iPad doesn't want to. My second screen doesn't tell me. It's 1:32. How long have we been playing? About an hour? No, maybe 2? I mean, this is a really good game. Heck, at some point we might have to go ahead and do this on, like, Twitch. I don't know, man. Let's see. I think we'll wrap things up once we get the prince, or we kill the priest and then get the stuff. Because I do want to get platinum on this. Why is my bow out of sync? There we go. Is it good now? It's good. Okay. Oh, I'm realizing I'm using different arrows now. Don't know why. investigate the ruins. We're not doing that. We're on this one, the taste of death. That's what I'm looking for. My eye is irritating. Hold on. Ugh. Okay. Convince the guy to follow you. I mean, for giving him gold, who wouldn't follow, right? Oh, somebody else is commenting on the thing. You're going to bed after it being like 1 in the morning? Yo, he sent a picture of his troops. Weird. I don't know. I'm still kind of... I don't know. I think I am taking... Oh my god, I need to stop that.
There's a small skeever den just east of the city. At Reachwater Rock.
I'll look into that later, if I remember that is. Position. Yeah, I mean... I'm still, like, it's still in my head. Like, I feel a bit butthurt that they would be like, we don't want you to be king no more, we want this other guy to rule because he's more active and this and that. But it's like, you have to understand, like, I don't know, like, I feel like you have to understand that, like, you're this other, your job as, like, a tier 2 is that you have people basically being at a tier 1, like, you know, you're still doing this and that. Like, you're still gonna have the same thing. It's just, you'd have to just rule... to 26 people more. But not only that, it's just if you are a tier 1 with the numbers that we have, that's 100 people in total that we have to take care of.
Returned. What happened? You are looking for My duties keep me busy in Markarth. I don't know if I can help you. You know, in the priesthood of Archay, we have a joke about an empty pocket being better than a full... I'm just not up for it, sorry. I'd rather stay... I think you need to calm down before I summon the guards.
How the heck do I get you to come with me if you're not willing to get 197
I'm just
gold?
not up for it, sorry. You know, in the priesthood of Archay, we have a joke.
How do I get him to come with us?
Even the dead need company. Divines preserve. Here, take my amulet as a reward.
Okay.
Good day, friend. Keeping... You are looking... My duties keep me busy in Markarth. I don't know if I can help you. I'm just not up for it, sorry. I think you need to calm down. You know, in the priesthood of Archay, we have a joke.
How do I get this guy to come?
Being better than a full grave. We all come into Archay's light in the end. It's where people in the city are buried.
Do I need more gold? Is that what it's saying? I have 180.
Forefathers.
And how much did he want?
Foremothers. Markarth is a city. You are looking for... My duties keep me busy in Markarth.
197. Maybe it's because I don't have enough money. Hold on.
Until next time.
Let's do some... Maybe there's a guy here that'll trade, and then we could sell him something. Do you sell stuff? I could have sworn you do.
Don't let my uncle go on about his theories.
Good to see.
Oh, here we go.
So you wish to master the arcane arts?
I'll sell some of my scrolls. Oh, geez, I could just sell one at this point. I do like Firestorm, but I'm gonna sell it. Ta-da! Okay, so now they have 500. We'll try it again. So yeah, I don't know. A little bit butthurt. If anything comes to happen, these discords that we have, or rather that I have, because I have to be the one that goes and makes everything, because that's what they asked for, right? If I wasn't the king, nobody would be on a Discord, because I told them to do so. I was like, hey, the object's already in use. What do you mean? I'm trying
Even
to...
the dead. You are looking for... My duties keep me busy in Mark. That's no small... I suppose I can come with you for a short venture. Lead on.
Alright, there we go. But yeah, I don't know, I mean... You know, it's like, you have all these people. I'm gonna tell them no. If they decide to split, they do it. I'm already prepared at this point to talk with people and be like, okay, well, this is what's happening. What do you figure? Because this guy that I was surprised. It seemed like so out of, you know, like, seemed out of left field. Was this guy? He put his name as Frank Killen? Frank Killen? You know what I mean? Like Franklin, but it's not Franklin. It's Frank Killen. I don't know. I'm just calling him Frank, right? So he, like, I told my bro, I was like, hey man, look, this is what's happening. Like, these people are crazy, and he's like, dude, this is gonna cause us to split if they, you know, if they want him to be a leader and yada yada. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna step down. I'll let them, you know, we'll attack. Whoever leads will lead. Should they want to lead, and I say no, they'll go ahead and do so. And then by doing so, I would have to split. And me splitting away from them would then mean... It's not this one. I thought there was a thing here. Let's go to that and then work up. I forgot how we got there. But yeah, so like that's kind of the plan in the game now. It's pretty weird because the way that all this came about is because we were so invested with everything. And for the most part, people were just like, oh, well, how do you come together and yeah, this is the way in, if I remember. They were like, well, how are, you know, when we first started, it was just like, oh yeah, I'll be grouped with you. And I was like, okay, cool. And you know what, that's where things started. And then I was talking with more and more people, got in my whole tier 2 list, which is like just the people just directly under me. And then they also have their own people that's directly under them, and kind of so on all the way until there's a 4th layer. After the 4th layer, there's no more. So it just really bothers me. It does. It genuinely does. Because this whole time, I'm speaking, or not rather speak, but I'm trying to understand everything. Because as the way that I said it was, and this is literally what this Franklin guy was doing. Like, he explained it, I guess, in a better way. But he's like, oh, well, you know, tier 2s are going to speak and do stuff. And then they're going to be the ones that are on like the council for the king, which is me. They're going to speak for the T1. And then things are going to...
I'm just glad we had this.
So weird that I'm helping out these cannibals. You know, it was just like, yeah, you know, this guy is gonna... Let me see if I can find the message again. Hold on. Because, I mean, we have to wait for him to show up anyway, and that's going to take a while. And we'll be ending pretty soon. So...
I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of
Top
time
dogs,
with
I
King's
agree. She seems that way. I would love to move up. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. So, wait, is it this one? No. He just says he wants to be under an active T2, which is somebody else that was at the level. Here we go. It's funny that he sits there. Well, not he sits there. Look at him laying down.
The meal is on Namira's table. Go ahead. Carve.
Just touch your belly. Okay. Wait. Okay. Easy. Waste of an arrow,
so
though.
Sweet. Go ahead. Have the first bite.
Don't look. Did I do it?
Mortal. I am Namira.
There you go. See the ring
The
added.
Lady of Decay.
I mean, I wish I could see your face, because your face here does not look like a lady.
Blood and bile of Arcae's own is pleasing to me.
I mean, I shot him in the head. The arrow is basically in me at this point.
I give you my ring. Wear it, and when you feast
Does that mean
on
that
the
these people have the
flesh
same
of the
ring?
dead, I will grant you
Anywho.
my power.
Yeah, of eating people and being healthy. It's a lot of work for such a little thing.
Wallow in your wretchedness,
yeah.
my newest champion.
I knew when you walked into the hall, and here you are, champion of Namira, keeper of her ring. You're everything I hoped you'd be.
Thank you.
It's an honor, champion. Feel
Okay.
free to stay and mingle.
I forgot how you save. Yes, quick save. Okay, so like I was saying, this Frank guy, since we're wrapping things up in the Game of Thrones game, I mean, I have to agree with him. He says, honestly, the strongest guy should be in the Tier 3 class, while Tier 2s should be the ones who decide things and make a council for the Tier 1, aka the king, while Tier 4s are there to support the Tier 3. So basically, I mean, that's a good idea. So basically, there's the king, right? Anybody who is a Tier 2, which is 5 people, are the decision makers. And they decide things while me, the king, hears it out and then goes, yes, I agree to this, or no, I don't agree to this, and then we allow it to happen. My hands are pretty much crossed. Then Tier 3 are basically the people who go to attack, because it does make sense that there's going to be a lot of Tier 3 people, and they could be a lot stronger. While Tier 3, again, are the ones that are going to attack and do stuff. Tier 4s are going to help them. So basically a Tier 3 guy would be like, okay, man, we're going to do this, and yada yada, let's go ahead and do it. So basically, people in the game, from what I can tell, for the most part, seem like they're just, I wouldn't say confused, but whew, I had to take off my headset really quick. Okay, let's put it back on again. For the most part, it seems like people in the game, well, my bro only talked to like 2 people, but it seems like people may be wanting me to be so active. Like, they want me to be on all the time. They want me to be on talking and doing everything, and, you know, don't get me wrong, I mean, you know, that's kind of like what you would want from, let's say, like a president in comparison. Like, what's a king supposed to do? But the way that this Franklin guy was explaining it, it's definitely a lot better the way that he's explaining compared to how maybe some of the people that, or maybe just that one person that other person that my bro was talking with, better than doing it that way, because it's gonna take a lot out of me to be constantly trying to help out people and do stuff. So for example, I'm not always just gonna go and be online and do stuff for people. Like, it's gonna be, how would you say it? It's like almost insane. Like, I can't do all that. You know, it's why when somebody, like, I think that girl that my bro was talking with, when they said that what? Oh, they beefed up the fence. When they say something like, oh, well, we, you know, want them to be more active and this and that, it's like, how active am I supposed to be? Because, for example, this is it. Let's say, I'm going to use the in-game stuff that we have as an example. So we have, not you, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? We're going to count 7. So one of the problems in the game we had was alliances, and this is a good number that we count 7, including the dead guy, because everybody was making groups, and I was like, yeah, I guess that's a good idea, but when I would talk with the groups and alliances, they would not talk with me. Speaking of that, let's put on the ring. There it is. Put it on. See? So increased stamina, and then feeding on corpses will give me health and regeneration. So we had all these groups, right? Like I said, 7, right? 2, 3, 1, okay. And we'll count her too, instead of the dead guy, because we did have 7. So I was like, okay, cool. We'll talk with everybody, this and that, and yada yada, and figure things out. And for a while, things were fine. And then my bro just kind of came to me. He's like, oh, bro, we have too many alliances and stuff like that. Like, it's crazy. Like, everybody's kind of doing stuff without your permission. And I was just like, I mean, you're pretty much right when you think of it. You know, he helped me, like, realize, like, whoops, follower commands. Oh, well, I didn't know you could. Oh, well, she's gone. So, yeah, so we had people kind of doing, I'm gonna sit down. Okay, now I'm gonna get back up. So we have people kind of doing their own thing. So let's say they would make an alliance with these two. And I was like, okay, fine, we have an alliance with these two. Then there would be those two, then those two, then this one. And it's just like, geez, we already have 7 now. So then the thing is, good thing that this one's isolated, because this one, right, it was like House Ellie. Apparently this one was making lies, saying that we attacked first, and then nobody on their side showed evidence that we attacked first. So they were saying lies that we attacked them, so that's why they attacked us. And then, I was going along with the thing, and the thing is, this is my problem. People on their side, right, and this is why there's so many issues. People on their side who wanted to make an alliance said that they would talk to their lieges or their leaders, and then once time came, they never did, because I talked to their leaders, and I'm like, oh, well, this guy said this, that he was going to talk and do this, and then they're like, oh, well, we never said this, we never said that. They didn't say we didn't hear about this, they always said that we didn't say this, so it always annoyed me, and it's raining, I can hear thunder, so I was like, okay, whatever, fine. You guys, your eyes are glowing. So this group immediately off. So we had like an enemy with them.
Honor, keeper of the ring.
Then we had these two buddies here. How you doing? These two were our allies until they decided to join another group. What is my dog doing? You trying to leave the room? Is that what you're trying to say? Or are you... Okay, so clearly you don't want to leave. Usually he jumps on the side of my bed to get my attention about when he wants to leave. But I don't know if he is. I think he wants to be on my bed, so very quickly I'm just gonna put him up here. Oops. There you go. Boom. I think it's because of the rain he doesn't want to be under my bed, which is interesting because underneath my bed's probably like the best place to be. So he's up here now. How you doing, bud? So these two, I forgot the name of these two, were part of our group. So no, it was like the Potato and then some name that I can't say. I'm gonna just call him K. So with the Potato and K saying they're in alliance with us and that we're not gonna do anything, right? Not with my permission. Actually, only one that I actually had permission was with Potato. Time passes. And then I'm like, okay, what's going on with these guys? I haven't really heard anything from them or anything about them. I talk. This one joined another group, so the Potatoes aren't anymore. Then this one did the same thing. So I was just like, what the heck? Right? So now,
I'm so glad
we're stuck with this guy, who I've never talked
Watch
with.
what you're doing.
This woman, who I might have talked with once.
So glad
and then this one is the only one that actually works with us, which is Team Bright, who surprisingly actually came in for the help. I'm small in comparison. How are you taller than me? Or maybe the angle?
I'm so glad Ayola invited you to dinner.
To your eye.
You are Mira's faithful now.
But yeah, so like, this is the only group that is actually going to help us because I helped them. And then people are always like, but our leader, our king isn't active. But like the whole time I'm helping this person out because that person has drama. And if you're going to say that you're an alliance and you're not helping them, then what's the point of being an alliance? There's just no point of helping each other if you're not going to follow up on that. That's kind of why, like, if I'm like, oh, hey, can you help us? This one house that has just more troops than me attacked me. Like, can you, either you or send somebody to help attack? They're right here. And if I don't hear anything like, oh, we're not going to go attacking them, they better have a good reason why they're not going to attack, which better be like, oh, well, it's because we have, like this fight of our own and this and that and yada yada. So it's very annoying to see like my own group kind of, I wouldn't say backstab me, but like they were talking about why they should be one person who's just more active should be tier 1. And I was just like, nah, I ain't gonna deal with that. So people in my group are paying some money. Like, not everybody is, but like most part, some of them are. And this guy that is going to be leader is more active and has more money, like enough money to go ahead and purchase and things like that. So it just bothers me. My dog moved over there. Okay, we're good. So anyway, we're just gonna end it here. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, by then, maybe it just already happened, but if you watched, thank you for watching. Of course, hit that like, subscribe. Then a shout out, I suppose, since only 2 people left a comment. Shout out to... Why are you making that noise, dog? Merrick's Zhao, I think that's how you say it, and first something STL Batcat Gaming. You have a crazy name, but hey, thank you for watching. Hit that like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and before I go, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to the Zabin Project, where I do put up edited videos from previous gameplays and things like that. And don't forget to go ahead and also subscribe to the Zabin Hotspot, where we will hopefully be going doing videos where we'll talk about some random subjects, maybe movies that came out, maybe things that are just pretty big at the moment. Who knows? We don't. We just kind of move on to certain things. So anyway, again, thank you for watching. Hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.